Good evening and welcome to America's Freedom Media. I'm your host, the Angry American. Border control. Let's talk about border control. How many of you voted for Donald Trump on the premise that he was going to build a wall and stop the illegal aliens coming in? We have many reasons to talk about this, from DACA to criminals coming across our southern border. Well, tonight I have a story coming out of Breitbart, Texas that I found, and it's an exclusive that Breitbart has, and it shows leaked images of armed Mexican cartel members crossing the southern border, and the feds have confirmed these photos are actually true. So let's get into it. Leaked U.S. government surveillance images exclusively obtained by Breitbart Texas show armed Mexican cartel smugglers crossing the U.S. Mexico border and entering into Arizona. Border Patrol officially confirmed the images' authenticity in an exclusive interview. Breitbart Texas agreed to redact portions of the images so that the exact locations of the secret law enforcement border cameras would not be revealed. The images were taken within the past month. The images were taken in an area of the Tucson Sector in the Huachuca Mountains. The region is controlled by a transnational criminal organization known as Los Salazar. The regional cartel is aligned with the Sinaloa Federation. Other criminal groups in the Sinaloa Federation are warring against Los Salazar, and this manifests in this portion of Arizona, becoming their battleground. The other groups send RIP crews into Los Salazar's smuggling turf in efforts to steal their drug loads on U.S. soil. The area is not only full of Mexican cartel smugglers, but other cartels. RIP crews are present, and U.S. prison gangs and other gangs stalk the area to steal drug loads as well. Such RIP crews consist of armed criminals attempting to steal drug cartel loads as they are in transit. Tucson Sector Border Patrol Chief Rodolfo Karcik spoke with Breitbart Texas on the images and stated, "These appear to be authentic of criminal organizations coming across the border. This is not unique to Arizona. We have seen this in other parts of the country as well, all along the southwest border. Anytime you have illicit commodities crossing the border, you will have criminals trying to protect those commodities, both from law enforcement and from other bad guys." Chief Agent Karcik continued, "We acknowledge that these criminal organizations pose a threat to both U.S. and international security. Border security work is dangerous. We deal with transnational criminals, gang members, and other threats. They are trying to get their product through without encountering the public." When asked about the threat to the general public from these armed cartel smugglers, the chief agent responded, "The border is a dangerous place, but we train and equip our agents to respond and patrol these areas. We are out there to protect Americans who want to utilize these lands. We have mountain units, air mobile units that deploy on a regular basis. I want to assure the American public we are out there to protect them." I don't know about you, but I don't trust the government. If they were going to protect us from this kind of bullcrap, they would have secured the southern border long ago. Let you watch a clip from Tomo News, and shows you something that they found here in my home state of California.
600-foot-long drug tunnel found between U.S. and Mexico. A drug tunnel was discovered on Tuesday beneath the U.S. Mexico border. U.S. federal officers were patrolling near the San Ysidro port of entry fence when they found a sinkhole in the ground. The discovery led them to an underground tunnel about 600 feet long and 60 feet deep. The tunnel, which had a single entry inside a home in Tijuana, connected the northern edge of the Mexican city with the southern end of San Diego. The tunnel was tall enough for a person to walk through, was fitted with reinforced walls, electric lighting, and a cart and rail cargo hauling system. This kind of tunnel underneath the border between the U.S. and Mexico isn't uncommon and is usually used for drugs or people smuggling.
You know, people say walls won't work because of these tunnels. I cry bullcrap on that. I say bury that damn wall about 400 or 500 feet below the surface and then build that sucker about 20 to 30 feet high. I'm also for electrifying it myself to keep these people out, because this is ridiculous. It's putting public safety at risk, and these politicians don't care because they're not down there. That's the problem that I have with it. They're not down there. They don't care. They are putting the general population at risk, and it's no consequence to them. I'm so sick of these jackasses who cry racism every time you talk about securing our southern border, especially the people like Vicente Fox, the former president of Mexico, and the current president of Mexico, who say it's racist for us to control our own borders. The people abroad, like Angela Merkel, who opens her fat mouth and decides to want to tell us how to secure our borders or not to secure our borders after she has totally destroyed Germany and helped destroy Europe. I can't stand that. It drives me insane. It's just ridiculous. All these SJWs who cry racism, and all these illegal aliens who cry racism, that because we want to deport them and because they can't have their family members just run across our border like it's a speed bump to get into America. They're draining our system dry. We are over $20 trillion in debt, and I don't see why we as Americans have to foot the bill as the social welfare system for the entire world. Enough is enough. And Trump himself is starting to turn a lot left lately. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. You know, he is working quite well, it seems, with Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats. It's just insane to me. I mean, I voted for him to make America great again, not to make the world great again. I'm just hoping he is not turning out to become a globalist. And that is one of my biggest fears, is that he is going globalist. And I don't know. What do you guys think? Sound off in the comment section and let me know. I'm not necessarily saying that I'm losing faith in President Trump. That's not really the case. I'm leery of what he's doing. I'm not sure about what he's doing. And I'm concerned about what he's doing. This is concerning to me because this is not what we voted for. We voted for an America First agenda because we, the people, matter. It should always have been America First. And these vile politicians on both sides of the aisle have been putting refugees, Muslim refugees, and refugees from other countries before us. They've been putting illegal aliens from Mexico before the American citizen. This is outrageous. How can they honestly look themselves in the mirror, and say that they are good people when they are destroying this country? We are over $20 trillion in debt for the first time ever in the history of this nation. In over 200 years, the first time we're over $20 trillion in debt. And President Trump wants to eliminate the debt ceiling to give these idiots, for the lack of a better word, a blank check to do with what they please and further destroy this nation. I am completely sick of it. I don't know about you. please let me know in the comments section. Please like our video because it really helps us. Share it, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll be glad to have you here with us. Thank you very much, and you guys have a blessed day.